Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Department of Chemical Engineering, Faculty of Technology, Marwadi University, I welcome to Dr. B. Basu, who is going to Okay. So today we have Dr. Vivekananda Basu with us to deliver expert seminar on scope and challenges for chemical engineers in industries. So I welcome you, sir, here. Along with Basu, sir, today we have Dhananjay Singh, sir, from our Learning and Development Department. So I welcome you to all to this webinar. So sir is a kind of panelist for us today. So this is a kind of skill development webinar, expert talk. So Basu sir, shall we start the proceedings?
Yes, you can start. If the student have come, you can start.
Okay, so sir, before that, I would like to introduce you to the students. So now I will request to my colleague Divya ma'am to introduce to Dr. Basu. Please, Divya ma'am.
Yes, sir. Am I audible? Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure to welcome our today's guest speaker. He's a reputed personality, and we have Dr. Vivekanand Basu, sir. He has passed his BTech from CTT Serampur. At that time, it was known as Calcutta, in the first class in the year of 1971. Sir has received PhD from Commonwealth Vocational University in the year 2016 in field of management. Sir has worked the textile industry in Mumbai for 7 years at the level of shift in charge. Sir has also worked as in BTRA Mumbai as a scientist for 6 years in the weaving department and has carried so many troubleshooting works in the weaving industry that helped the industries vigorously. Sir has also worked in ORKA Polyester as Deputy Manager Customer Technical Service Division for 7 years. Not only that, sir also he has been actively participated in troubleshooting and process control problems for 4 years and brought up a yarn quality standard up to the national level. Then Sir has joined TCL Polyester Nagpur as a senior manager come head of the customer technical service and process control, which was later taken by the Reliance Industry Limited, and completed total 13 years and retired as a general manager from the Silvassa unit. Sir after that joined as a faculty for training and placement officer in MRISO in Aniruddha Engineering College, Chikli, and could do the constructive work like 100% job to the textile student and more than 50% of the other engineering student. Sir has then joined SGGS Nanded as an adjunct faculty cum training and placement officer in textile. And Sir has published total 63 papers in reputed national and international journal till now. Apart from that, Sir is an expert in the process control in texturization, troubleshooting and weaving. He has conducted and taken many lectures and delivered to subject related like TQIP with the credits. Sir is an expert in motivating the fresh students before and after joining the industry, and he has also delivered several lectures in the subject, so many of the including degree engineering college, and earned a very good reputation. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you here as in today's guest speaker.
Thank you, Divya ma'am, for this introduction. So now we are going to start our session. Basu sir, you are on screen also.
Yeah, please share the screen. Yeah, it has started. Shall I go and read out?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Please proceed.
Achha. See, good afternoon to all, and thank you, Mr. Ritesh sir, Dr. Dhananjay Singh sir, and the madam who has introduced, and thank you again to all of you. Already madam has introduced regarding me. I did not to tell the same thing. Is a very good thing. And being a textile technologist, I'm proud to give something lecture on chemical engineering. Chemical engineering, it is, I can say it is in core engineering, and after mechanical, chemicals are the pioneer in getting the job. Mechanicals and electricals engineers are required at every phase of the industries, and the chemical has come. Please go for next slide. The role of the chemical engineers. Generally, if the students are listening to me, I would like to say one thing. The students, you have joined chemical engineering. Some students are telling, sir, chemical engineering I have joined. What is my future? What is I am going to do? Here is your future. Here I am telling you something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
It's audible. Okay. Now, chemical engineers, I am just reading role of chemical engineers. Chemical engineer work with groundbreaking technologies to enhance the quality of people's lives. They are improving the people's life. First, what they do, environment protection. They're protecting from the environment, the management resources, controlling health and safety, heavy engineering, power corporation. In the power corporation, in heavy engineering, in the controlling health and safety, chemical engineers are vital and most important engineers. So next slide, please. See here, one C you can see. They are highly essential part of C. Who? Chemical engineers are highly essential parts in the sea, in the sky, and even in ground. Please see the picture of one sea. The sea in the site that they are all polluted. It is the people are polluting. The industries are also polluting. So the chemical engineers are there to clean it and make it suitable for the people use. And the sky, that air pollution, and even the ground, the chemical engineers, you are only supporting the society. Next slide. What is chemical engineering? Let us understand. Modern society relies on the work of chemical, biochemical, and the process engineering. I hope these three words are clear to you. Chemical engineer help manages resources. What are the resources? That is all chemicals, and they are managing every chemical, protect the environment and control health and safety procedures. Health and safety procedure, how to maintain health, how to maintain safety, how to protect safety procedure. The chemical engineers are there to do it. And developing the processes that make the produce we desire or depend on. And whatever the products we are using, they are only helping us how to process, how to produce without harming the biological thing, harming the environment. You know, I'm just telling one point. When I was in training and placement officer in the Chikli College, that Army, Navy, Air Force people used to come, and they used to take all the students right from electronics, mechanical, electrical, and the chemical also. The chemical engineers are also getting job in the merchant navy, even Air Force, everywhere, because of their chemical engineering background. So they are, especially the merchant navy, they are essentially taking the chemical engineers for the pollution control in the ship, for the material they are carrying. They have to certify that these materials are carrying from one country to other country, and that is why they can bring. So it is the important role of the chemical engineers. Chemical engineering is all about changing the raw material in the product you use every day in a safe and cost-effective way. Mind it, the word safe and cost-effective. Cost-effective is now the essential part of any industry. You have to control the cost. Just don't spend anything like money. I mean to say, no control of money, it is not accepted. you have to have a cost effective. For example, I am just giving example, petrol, plastic, synthetic fiber, such as polyester, nylon, all come from oil. I am from the Reliance Industries. I have seen the synthetic fiber industries, all come from oil industries. You know everything. So you are the pioneer to produce all the thing. Next slide, please, sir. Chemical engineers understand. What they understand? How to alter the chemical, biochemical, or physical state of a substance. How to alter a chemical, biochemical, or physical state of substance. It is all done by the chemical engineer and nobody else. Come to the next slide, please. Here is the so many products. Can you see so many products? It is written ponds and so many things. It is so many products are from Hindustan Lever. The ponds are Hindustan Lever, Lakme, everything are Hindustan Lever. Hindustan Lever is having all over India 40 to 50 factories. In Maharashtra, I have taken my students to Khamgaon. They are manufacturing Liril soap and all these things. All are chemical engineers. So in these products, all are chemical engineer. And right side one picture is there, how from the pipe, the dirty waters are coming out. And so this is to be controlled by them only. So that chemical engineers, our role are very much vital. Next slide, please. Role of chemical engineer. The chemical engineer help in leading to advances in healthcare, including technology and medicine. Technology and medicine, they are pioneer, developing process system that more effectively manage disposal. How to dispose all that we are generating lot of unnecessary thing. How to dispose, that is, and without affecting the environment. Chemical engineers play a vital role in food processing. Food processing is a part and parcel of the chemical engineering courses to make food consumable in more affordable and healthy. So chemical engineers, if you are listening, you should be proud to a chemical engineer. Next slide, please. Design and troubleshoot process. You are designing, and you are first designing, then manufacturing, then you are troubleshooting. First you are designing how to produce, then you are troubleshooting. If there is a problem, it is your job to do the troubleshooting. So I am reading, for the production of chemical, fuel, food and pharmaceuticals and biochemical, they are most often employed by large scale manufacture plant to product quality and minimum cost. The big organizations, here you are manufacturing with minimum cost. That is another factor. In a nutshell, their core responsibility revolve around three key objectives. That is making process, and the making process what? Cost effective. I am repeatedly telling the word cost effective. My dear sir, now industry I have worked at the any level. You may do any product, but it should be cost effective and eco-friendly. Mind it, it is eco-friendly and efficiently. You understand the meaning efficient? I hope you are understanding the efficient. Next slide, sir. Next slide. See, now you see that is chemical engineer role in environment. Here it is a picture shown. That is a micro character technology, flow chemistry. You understand flow chemistry, green chemistry, you all understand, safety benefit, economy benefit. Repeatedly I am telling this word, economy benefit, environmental benefit, chemistry benefit. So all the green technologies are there. So here you are supposed to give that safety benefit. Please see, please go for next slide. Chemical engineers are saving environment. Who is saving environment? Who is polluting environment? There are different industries, even the paper mills, even textile mills, even so many things. They are polluting the industries. But the chemical engineers are meeting environmental challenges. I will tell you how the steel plants are polluting the air and how the chemical engineers are correcting it. I will come to the next slide. Development of advanced technologies done by the chemical engineers, monitoring devices, modeling technique, operating strategies that reduce the volume and toxicity of the pollutant entering in the air, waterways, and the soil. The last point is very important. Okay, operating strategies. What the strategies you are operating that reduce the volume and toxicity. Mind it, this word toxicity of pollutants enter in the air, waterways, and the soil. This toxication should be stopped. And it is done by the you. Then significantly reduce the negative environmental impact. In industry, it is coming, industrial facilities, power plant, transportation vehicle, allow greater reuse of post-consumer and post-industrial waste steamering. I am telling one by one. Industrial facilities significantly reduce the negative environment impact. Industrial facilities means from the industries, lot of pollutants, lot of toxicity are being produced every day, and it should be controlled. Power plant is a big producer of air pollution. Here you have to supposed to control. Transportation vehicle, I need not to mention how they are emitting that carbon monoxide and everything, and it is your job to control. You should see that carbon monoxide is not at all produced. That is the PUC. PUC norms decided by you only. PUC norms is done by you, chemical engineer, and it is followed by RTO and police department. Then allow greater reuse of post-consumer. Reuse of post-consumer and post-industrial waste steamering. See, if you reuse, then pollution control will be there. Next slide, sir. Acha. Chemical engineer are saving environment. I am first emphasizing the environment. There are a lot of jobs. First, let us understand how they are helping the society in the environmental control. Chemical engineers have always been in the forefront of environment protection by designing complex solution to our environmental challenges. The word is very complex solution. You are there to planning. You are there to go for complex solution. One success is the conversion of the sulfur oxide, highly toxicated material. Sulfur is highly toxicated material in power plant gases into gypsum for use of wallboard. See, that is why I'm telling you, you are not allowing sulfur oxide to come out. If it comes out, it should be reused and recycled such a way that it doesn't come in the air and mix and don't pollute the air. It is the chemical engineers are controlling it. To removal trace contamination from drinking water. So drinking water, it is a big part of the life. Whether the river water or the pond water, everything, it is you to control. Every municipality, they are purifying the water. Municipality purifying the water. But how? Who has told them? It is the chemical engineers suggest them how to do. And it is one of the department, NEERI, you know NEERI, National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, NEERI, Nagpur, and all the places. They are also have the norms. These norms are decided by the chemical engineers and they are followed. So you are only this removal of trace of contamination from drinking water. Formulation, complex solution are given by you. Okay, so you're important, you can understand. Next. Chemical engineering transform environmental conservation. Work to make our ecosystem more sustainable. Our ecosystem sustainable. All the thing I have told, pollution control, air, water, and that more sustainable is done by the chemical engineers. So your role is very important in the life. Okay, next slide, please, sir. Next slide, sir. Acha, how you are doing it? How you are clean the air, water? How? Clean water resources. Innovative ways of treating water so that it is safe to consume. Innovations. What is the contamination percentage of water in the sea, in the river? The formulation are given by you. You know the formula. What percentage of contamination should be there? That formula is decided by chemical engineer and NIRI together. And so you should follow. All the municipalities and all the bodies, they are only following your norms. So you have to decide the norm, that innovative ways of treating water. Water can be reused. So that water can be what water that is in the industries are discharging lot of water, and it should be effluent. It should be treated such a way that its pH value should be 7. Its pH value should be 7. So that is the treatment should be given, and the formulation is given by chemical engineers. They found ways to remove harmful pollution from all soluble water, be it raw sources or contaminated wastewater. So you remove all harmful pollution. Okay. Have developed much more cost-effective method to this. Cost-effective. Don't do everything very cost-effective. Control everything with cost. That does not mean you will not do any work. I am not getting any money to do. No, you are getting money, but don't waste money. So purified water from rivers and lakes so that we can even clean the drinking water. So it is the rivers and lakes, it should be so clean. I am told just now, it should be pH value should be 7. So then only that people can drink the water and it should be pollution free. Next slide. Clean water resources. They effectively treated municipal wastewater and sewages to safe to reuse. So I have told you, municipality wastewater from the so many houses, every day so many waters are coming out, and this sewage, they are to be given clean. And who is cleaning? Municipality. But formula, chemical engineer. Chemical engineers are giving the formulation. Chemical engineers are preparing the plan, how to do it, what the percentage of contamination and how to clean. Municipality people are just following the norms. All methods reduce the amount of wastewater to keep safe consumption without depleting our resources. So chemical engineers are doing everything with their knowledge, and they are purifying the air. How? Improve the air quality. How you are improving the air quality? Chemical engineers who work with air quality help to save lives and environmental. This sentence is not full. I mean to say, work air quality. I have already told you, air quality is spoiled by lots of things, vehicles, even the factories, pollution, and all the air quality to be purified by the chemical engineers itself. Create products like filters to prevent or clean up air pollution, emission, that I have told you, emission, oil spill, etc. All should be filtered. They have found ways to capture and neutralize air pollution to be discharged into environment. So found ways to capture and neutralize the air pollution when it is coming out from the car or any plant or anything. It is to be capture and neutralize it. This is a formula by chemical engineers. It cannot be done by any IAS officer or IPS officer. It is done by you only. They are only following and instructing the people. This is the formula, follow it. But formulation giving by you only. Okay. They have reduced harmful airborne emission. I have already told you, sulfur dioxide, NOx, and methyl, unburned hydrocarbons, which is helping in less toxic air to breathe. Design procedure to devise to test for dangerous chemical. So all the dangerous chemical, sulfur dioxide, NOx, everything, are only harmful. I am telling you, if you go to steel plant, like say Durgapur steel plant and Bokaro steel plant, all the thing, if you go in the night, you can find lot of smell of sulfur dioxide. You can get lot of smell of carbon monoxide. But how they must not come out. So if they come, that means the mistake of something there. So that chemical engineers are controlling that. Bhopal gas strategy was done. Bhopal gas because of something wrong with their system. But here also I can tell the chemical engineers were not aware of the system. So here the chemical engineers should have been involved in the Bhopal gas strategy, and it should not happen anywhere in the world. So you have to be very precaution. So it is only the you people can do, not a mechanical electric engineer or a textile engineer can do. Next slide. Improve recycling, reducing waste and eliminate the need of more raw material. Yes, eliminating the need of for raw materials. See, raw materials you are using, reducing waste. Waste reducing is another big subject. It is not in chemical, it is everywhere. I am a textile technologist. I have seen that we are very much keen of reducing waste. Reducing waste is the main thing. Chemical engineer worked an effective way to recycle paper and more. So it is like that. Again and again, recycling, reuse, reduce. First you reduce, you recycle and reuse. That is the system of today. So to control all the pollution. For example, they have developed ways to recycle aluminum, use of chemical, which was very challenging process. So recycling stainless steel, everything, it is the system. So I have told you, reuse, recycle and reduce, that it is done by the chemical engineer in the chemical plant. Okay, next slide, please. To produce 1 ton of aluminum, it is the C that to produce 1 ton of aluminum for can, 5 ton of bauxite is needed, which now is saved because of recycle. Earlier, to 1 ton of aluminum for can, you know, aluminum can, that bartan, 5 ton bauxite is needed. So now because of recycling and recycling, it has reduced not to 5 to 3 ton or 2 ton. So you can understand that how the recycling is helping. It is you are only planning. You are only planning. Okay. Next slide, sir. Role of chemical engineer steel plant. Here I am telling something interesting point. Metallurgist steel plant generally dominated by the metallurgist. All the metallurgists, they plan the whole plant. So metallurgists, metallurgical engineers usually are responsible in development of the steel process and product of a steel mill. It is agreed. Plant is designed by everything by the metallurgist, metallurgical engineers. A chemical engineer, what they are doing? Chemical engineer would work in the testing lab and chemical analysis of steam. So chemical engineers are working round the clock for the testing lab. They are doing whatever the steel is produced. Steel will analyze by the chemical engineer. So what it contains metal, how much percentage is the carbon and everything, it is done by the chemical engineer who certify that it is fit or not fit. Also, a chemical engineer could work on analysis on slag reaction. Slag is the another thing, which is how many slag is produced, how it can be reused. It should be done by the chemical engineer. Also, you can work on analysis the pickling process, namely, I cannot read it, something it is coming out. Okay, no problem. Here, something. Okay, here. Okay. Lastly, there are various rolling oils used that require engine, frequently have chemical engineers employed. So rolling oil in the steel plant, lot of oils are required. So these oils are engine oil and different thing, and which is tested and how much percentage to be used. All the planning are done by the chemical engineer. So in the steel plant, although the metallurgists are controlling, they are in the forefront. Then comes to actually mechanical engineer, but that then comes to the chemical engineer for everything chemical related matter. So the role of chemical engineer in steel plant. Chemical engineer often share a fair bit of coursework with nowadays material science. Achha. Thermo, it is a chemical. Kinetics, heat transport. I think you understand heat transport. It is done by the chemical engineer. Heat transport, Dr. Ritesh Saab can tell what is the heat transport system, that heating transportation and from one element to another, molecular distribution, everything in the metal. It is all this depends on the chemical technologists, how they analyze. They, as Corey Pad is a scientist, liquid steel metallurgy is field chemical reaction in steel and slag. So liquid steel metallurgy, metal is first liquid stage, 1200 degrees centigrade the melting point. And that time, the chemical engineers, they only analyze and understand that steel and slag. What is the percentage of steel, carbon and other thing? It is analyzed by them. Then only metallurgist procedure. Okay. Responsible for the maintenance of batteries and coke oven. Yes, very important thing. Every steel plant there's a coke oven, and the batteries are maintenance by the chemical engineer. When I was in Anuradha Engineering College, Chikli, Mr. Ritesh Palkar has 3 students. I took them to SEL, Steel Authority India Limited, and I trained them in coke oven. There are female students, 3 students. I took them in the SEL, Steel Authority India Limited. They took training for 1 month. So next slide, you can go. Next slide. Okay. The role of chemical engineer in steel plant again. There are at present 19 major integrated steel plant of India. 19. Why I am telling the figure 19? Because that is a major steel plant. Because those chemical engineer students are listening to me, I am telling them, my dear sir, your job is very, very attracted. Don't worry for the job. SEL, Steel Authority India Limited, is a major public company in the sector. Steel Authority of India Limited. You are every year, how many chemical engineers are absorbed in the SEL with the handsome salaries? With the handsome salaries. But the SEL is now taking from the GATE exam. So those students who are listening, please listen that you after BTech degree in chemical, you better go for GATE exam. Then only you can get a job in SEL. Now the Tata Iron and Steel Company is a major private company. Next slide will tell you how many employees are there. Next slide, please. TISCO, 32,364. That is in Jamshedpur, Tata Nagar. And whole India recruits 6.1 million people. So can you understand that TISCO itself 32,000 and whole India 61 lakhs people are attached to the steel plant. And out of this, here is the next slide, 10% chemical engineers are required. So chemical engineer, you can understand your job. But in the steel plant, importance are metallurgists, mechanical, electrical, civil and software engineer. But chemical engineer, you are 10% contributing. Not contributing, you are contributing 10%. Your job is 10%. So out of, can you understand, 6 lakhs, if you 60,000 a chemical engineer are required, so your job is plenty. Okay. Unlike most industries, cement, now I am coming to the cement industries. Role of a chemical engineer in the cement industry. Cement industry is another important industry for the chemical engineers. Unlike more industries, cement manufacturing is also dominated by mechanical operation. It is dominated by mechanical operation, only one partially step. Yes, this mechanical operation fall under the reclaim of the chemical engineering. Although mechanical engineers are supposed to do, but it's the chemical engineers who are running the plant. Here is the point. What exactly they do, chemical engineers? Sizing of the raw material. What do you mean by sizing? How much raw material is required? Palkar Saab, everything they know. In the chemical engineer, in the cement factories, how much calciums are necessary, what is the percentage to be added, that is decided by the chemical engineer. Mixing of raw material in proper amount, ensuring homogeneity, meeting size requirement, calcination, separate based on particles, recycle and undesirable size, storage, control of dust. All the 9 points there I have written, all are done by the chemical engineers. Yes, I am repeatedly telling you, mechanicals are running the plant, but the chemicals are formulating. So understand it. For each operation, chemical engineering, cement industry, see the thing, say calcination, which is a process, so to speak, can be only formulated by the chemical engineer. So it is all formulated by the chemical engineer. You are the only one who know mechanics, you know the mechanism, you know the economics, and you know that technology optimally to run these units. So chemical engineers, your vital role in steel plant, your vital role in chemical engineer. Now come to the next slide, you can understand how many chemical industries are in India. Please go for next slide. Here I am writing 210 cement factories in India. What is the production today? Today, cement production is 329 million ton in financial year, and it is going to be 381 metric ton by financial year 22. And however, the consumption stood 327 metric ton financial year 20, and will be metric ton by and it is not coming in the slide. It is like that. The cement production capacity estimated to touch 550 metric ton next year. So the growth rate is 7 to 8% and expected to be 8 to 9% in next 5 years. Can you understand the growth of the cement? Lot of buildings are coming, bridges are coming, lot of constructions are going on. So 8 to 9% everywhere increasing. And there are 210 plus lot of cement factories in India. A lot of cement factories are in India, and your jobs are plenty and plenty. Why you are worrying? There are plenty of jobs available in the cement factories, in the steel plant. Come the next slide. This will encouraging you. Next slide, please. Job opportunities are now I am coming. The plant. You are having the jobs. Biotechnologist, you are the biotechnologist. You are the chemical engineer. You are the color technologist. Do you understand the color technologist? Color, painting, varnish, all the house coloring. Okay. Ritesh sir has rightly pointed that my request to all the students, color technologist, you understand yourself, color and paint. Energy, yes, you understand energy. What is the energy you are doing? Nuclear engineer, chemical engineer are also nuclear engineer. Petroleum, another big sector, petroleum. Lot of petroleum factories are there, lot of petroleum products there. So you are the petroleum engineer also, and product process development scientist. So you are all the scientists of all job opportunities in this line. Apart from this, there are a lot of job opportunities. Acha. Here again I am coming. Can you think as a word has come one by one I am discussing. Analytical chemist. Your come is analytical chemist. What is that? Your analysis. You are analyzing for everything. What are the chemical contents? Number one. Number two, next is energy. What is the energy? Everything is energy. Without energy, you cannot process. So that you are managing the energy. How much energy is required to produce anything material. Environmental engineer, I have told you, you are all controlling air, water, and the land. So air environmental engineer. Manufacturing engineer, you are doing manufacturing process. You are material engineer. You are material engineer, that is everything is material and how much it contains chemical. Suppose example I'm telling you, material engineer, one iron of different type of iron, steel, and then cast iron and all these things chemical content. So metallurgists are working with the collaboration of chemical engineer to understand material engineering. So they must understand. Is a chemical engineer who formulate. Mining engineer. There are mining engineers. There are, is a course, mining engineering. But there the chemical engineers are doing the coal and how much it contains. Coal are of different categories. And the different categories are coal. It is analysis by you, chemical engineers. Production manager, it is everywhere. Quality manager. Chemical engineers are doing quality, waste management, and water engineer. Waste management, I have told you, the waste control, waste everywhere, every city, everywhere, the waste control is there, and you are doing that. And the water engineer, you are also water, drinking water, you are controlling. Again, it is the job opportunities. You are very much interested to know about the job opportunities. Remember that many employer accept application from that word I cannot read here because of this, from with any degree subject. Don't restrict your thinking to the limited. So there are a lot of employers are there. Lots of employers are there to give you the job. You must have a degree. The demand of chemical engineering at a major chemical and pharmaceutical company is expected to continue as an average of 2020. Here I cannot, this word I cannot read because of it has come here in between. Engineer, the demand of chemical engineer at major chemical and pharmaceutical companies is expected to continue, but a slower pace than average through 2020. It is coming. It is, don't worry for that. Employment is tied to the overall state of manufacturing and to the technologies used to create product, biotechnology, alternative energies, etc. So you are having lots of job opportunities. Next slide, sir. As a biotechnology industry continues to grow, you are of, if student, you are listening, then I can tell you, biotechnology industry is coming up. Even 20 years before, biotechnology was not that much important. Today, because biotechnology industry has come up, so your job opportunities are growing. Opportunities for chemical engineer with background of biology will be expand. I am telling you, biological industries are coming up, and with this growing up, your jobs are there is growing. Chemical engineering research jobs are increasing in importance with the development and implementation of new energy sources designated as substitute for the world diminishing supplies of petroleum and natural gas. Are you listening? You are, if you are listening, then a very important point that diminishing supplies of petroleum and natural gas. Actually speaking, petroleum product may not be there. Petrol may not be there after 25, 30 or 40 years or 50 years. But natural gas, you have to run the vehicles from the natural gas. CNG, everything will be there. Compressed natural gas. So it is the chemical engineer should formulate. Many chemical engineers become process engineer when they graduate and start their career. Process engineer, processing, system development, one to other system like that. Process engineering essentially the application of chemical engineering principle to optimize the design, mind it, design, operation, and control of chemical process. Chemical process controlling, it is done. Everything is that is on process engineering. Since this require equipment design and selection, mechanical engineer may also be employed. Yes, right? See, machine designing sometimes required instrument engineer and mechanical engineer also. But chemical engineer, yet the pioneer on equipment design and selection in the process engineering. Next slide, sir. Now I am talking to the biotechnology, biochemical engineering. Biochemical engineering is rapidly developing sector which takes exciting science discoveries and changes them into cost-effective and the environmental friendly process. Biochemical engineers use these processes to create products ranging from new medicine through renewable energy as well as greener solution to waste treatment. Here, this word, if you remember, it is the most important word. Biochemical engineer use this process to create product ranging from new medicine through a renewable energy as well as greener solution to waste treatment. So renewable energy and greener solution, it is all done by you. So in the pharmaceutical factory also, biochemical, you are getting plenty of jobs. Next slide. Today, global challenges such as the development of vaccines. You are now listening the vaccine, COVID vaccine, and against the pandemic flu. Who is controlling? Pharmaceuticals as well as chemical engineers. You are there. You should be proud to feel that you are saving the lives of so many people. Stem cell therapies to cure blindness. You are all doing it. So you should be proud of your profession. Okay, thank you. Next slide. Job outlook. What you can see here, job outlook. Plenty of job. Employment of chemical engineers in India is projected to grow. Who is the government and private sector jobs available? Plenty. I repeat this word, student, if you are listening, you listen it carefully. Employment of chemical engineer in India is projected to grow. It is growing with the government and private sector jobs available in plenty. Private sector job, chemical engineers graduate can find potential opportunities in sector such as main job are in petrochemical industries, petroleum refineries, cement factories, I have told you, food processing and technology, fertilizer, pharmaceutical, biochemical, etc. But here, steel plant, it is eliminated, but mind it, steel plant are also welcoming you. So fertilizer, you know, there are a lot of fertilizer factories in all over India, and fertilizer is must for the farmers, agriculture industry. So it will be remain very useful always. So your job is there in fertilizer. I used to take my student from Anuradha Engineering College, chemical engineering student, to Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizer, RCF in Mumbai. And they have taken training. They stayed there 3 days. They have taken training in Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizer. And they told, if you get training here, you will give the job. You will get the job. And I hope some of them has got the job also. Next slide, please. Coming to the pay scale for the chemical engineers and salary quite lucrative. Chemical engineers salary is very much lucrative nowadays. It is at par with all core engineers. Core engineer means mechanical, electrical, civil, and chemical. There are core engineers. All are getting good salaries today. Textile people are getting less salary, unfortunately. Acha, freshers can earn an average pay 25 salary to 30,000 salary per month. It is the initial stage. It is, but I am coming to the next slide. You see the salary. Nevertheless, on gaining experience and specific skill set, you can earn average 5 to 7 lakhs per year. If you gain some experience of 1 or 2 years, your salary will be 5 to 7 lakhs per annum. Means 50,000 rupees, 55,000 rupees per year you will get. While salary specify very private and government sector, there are high-end salary package for those willing to work abroad. In abroad now, lot of chemical factories are coming, especially these Gulf countries. Their job, they are calling you. Gulf countries job for the chemical engineer, they are the pioneer, and the salary is the sky limit. In the Gulf countries, salary is the sky limit. International company like Baker Hughes, Technoconsult UK Limited, and Swift Worldwide Resources offer a salary of 1 lakh to 3 lakhs per month to competent professional in chemical engineering. Mind it, the word, competent professional, not for all. Those who are competent, those have got good knowledge, they are getting 1 to 3 lakh salary in the big companies in the abroad. Next slide, sir. Looking at the current scope and expansion of the industry, chemical engineering is considered as one of the brightest career option with huge employment opportunities available. So I am repeatedly telling you, your scope, your expansion and industry are coming up. So your jobs are also coming up. But not to forget, student aspiring to make an entry into the sector should focus on having thorough knowledge and skill set. Thorough knowledge. You must have a thorough knowledge of your subject. When I was a college faculty, till I am, some student will not attend the classes. Some students do not come in the classes. After passing the 7th semester, he will come and tell, sir, can I get a job in Reliance? Sir, can I get a job in big company? Why, sir? Then I said, why, sir? You have never attended the classes. You know nothing of this subject. How I can recommend you for the big company? Similarly, it is for you only. Those who are having good knowledge and skill set, they can only get the good job. I have already told you, pass GATE exam to get the lucrative job in oil sector like ONGC, Bharat Petroleum, Hindustan Petroleum, as high as 2 lakh per month. Yes, yes, I repeatedly say yes, they are competitive job. Every year they are taking, but you have to pass GATE exam. So after passing GATE exam, you can get jobs in all government sectors. Job in all government sectors like ONGC, BP, HP, steel plant, even the railways. They are all after passing GATE exam. But now, of course, that because of some problem, they are getting 35,000 salary per month. But it is temporary. Otherwise, your job is, salary is 1 to 2 lakhs per month in the oil sector. ONGC offered 45,000 salary after GATE passing. ONGC stands for Oil and Natural Gas Commission. It is 45,000, even more actually. So you are better to pass GATE exam. Next, work experience. Work experience is a valuable way of getting first-hand knowledge of specialized industries. Okay, work experience. My dear student, those who are listening, I don't know how many of you are really listening. How many students are attending, I don't know. But I am telling you, if you passed 4th semester onwards, you must have knowledge of in-plant training, then plant visit, lot of things you should do, and knowledge of specialized industry. Suppose you are planning to go for oil sector. Those who are in the Rajkot, you can go for Surat Hazira complex. You can make a visit to Hazira Petrochemical and like all that petrochemical industries you can visit. Then in the Gujarat area, there are a lot of petrochemical factories are there. If you are undecided about the area of chemical engineering you want to work in, try to get an in-plant placement to find what's available. So if you can find, then there are in-plant placement. In the every plant, they are asking for placement every year. You go for there, you try in online, you try. If you can get job, it's well and good. This may be a placement that part of your degree, or one you set up yourself during summer. So the summer training is must. That is in-plant training for 1 month, 2 months. You must go for training, and after that training, you can get a job. That time you are deciding that which industry I should go. In-plant training, if you take, after that you can go for the specialized industries. If you don't go for any in-plant training, I will not go. Then forget. Then job is not waiting for you. Then you search the job of your own. Industrial placement or in-plant training are the great way of building up your practical experience. Industrial placement, industrial training, industrial all summer training, vocational training are the great way of building up your practical experience and skill, resting and expanding your knowledge, and establishing network of contact for future work. So if the students are listening from the 4th semester onwards, you must go for at least one in-plant training in a year or every 6 months. More you take the training, more you will be more expert, more specialist, then you will get the good job. Work experience, I am telling you, there may also be opportunities to work shadow a chemical engineer to find out more about what they do. Please come to the next. Work experience is available in the pharmaceuticals, petrochemical, and food and drink industries. So work experience is must. Not only pharmaceutical, you can go for polyester, polymer, you can go. Then check out the career section of company website for more information on the opportunity available. For every company website you open, say Reliance, say ONGC, every company, Bharat Petroleum, all these things, you check the career section. Every company have a career section, and you click it, you find, you read it, and you understand what type of job they are expecting from you, and accordingly you build up your career. Okay, so work experience is must to before joining the industry. Otherwise, industry will not take you. Next, typical employers. Who are the typical employers? See, any company, large scale conversion of raw material into product will require chemical engineer. Any company, large scale conversion of raw material into a product. Any company, large scale. So, say steel plant, what they are doing, raw material is iron ore. From iron ore to steel. And textile, forget that, from cotton to fabric, they are conversion, but that is textile engineers are required. But chemical engineers are getting the job of the conversion. You will find major employee in gas and oil extraction, oil refineries, nuclear and other power generation, nuclear corporation, another big job, nuclear power corporation, and process industries, including pharmaceutical, fine and heavy chemical, and agrochemical and fertilizer. Agrochemical, fertilizer are most important industries for the chemical engineer. Heavy chemical, all are for all of you. You are listening, you must get prepared for job in those sectors. Please go for next slide. Typical employer. Now, here it is their thing, fiber and polymer. I have just told you, Reliance, all big companies in their polymer section, continuous polymerization. Raw material is PTA, pure terephthalic acid, and methyl alcohol, MEG, methyl glycol. They are the raw material for the fiber and polymer. Food and drink, plastic and metal, pulp and paper, toiletries. See, these are the main area you can go and think of. Lots of things I am telling you. I don't know if you are noting it. You plan your future, and you can ask me also. Whatever I know, I'll help you. Next slide, sir. Many chemical development engineers work in engineering consultancy and contracting firm. Yes, they are. You can start your own engineering consultancy and contracting in environment control, and lots of private companies are hiring chemical engineers for the pollution control. There are opportunities to work in, I am just telling you, pollution control, environmental protection, energy conservation, waste recovery and recycling, alternate energy, medical science and health and safety. So there are opportunities here. If you want to do your own consultancy, so many companies, they are calling you as a consultation to the pollution control and all these things, health and safety. Engineers are well equipped in business role, and many also go into the careers in financial services, management, consultancy, or law. Even the chemical engineers are going for law. Law means environmental law, not that high court law and all these things. So management services, all these things, you are here to start your own business also. Next slide. Many chemical development engineers work for engineering. I have already told you. Next slide. Yes, skill your CV, curriculum vitae, CV. You have to have a very nice curriculum vitae to start your career. A chemical engineering degree provides a sound theoretical basis for introducing new technology and advancing existing technology. You understand this? You also gain an awareness of the global and social context in which engineering solutions are applied. Transferable skills that would be useful in a range of engineering and business related roles include project management. So transferable skill, business related roles. What is the business related role? Project management. So if you are interested in project management, you can join. Thorough group design work. Yes, it is required. Group design work. Resource management. Yes, it is necessary. Communication, and it is not coming out. Chalo, theek hai. Teamwork and leadership you can do. IT skill you can start. Creativity and innovation. Problem solving, and I cannot see the line. Problem solving, and it is not coming out here. Okay, problem solving you can do. So these are the analytical skill. Okay, problem solving and analytical skill. So you must have that analytical skill. You understand what is the analytical skill? If the students are listening to me, analytical skill means analysis, how it is happening, why it is happening, how to solve it. That is the analytical sense, analytical approach. Okay, so write the resume. He is telling how to write a proper resume. You should highlight your industrial experience, whatever you have gained. You have taken training, how many industries you have visited. You have to write down. Now, higher studies. Those who are doing BE chemical, they can get a job. 80% are getting job, but 20% going for this. I am writing here, higher studies. Some chemical engineering graduate go for further study in order to gain professional status as a chartered engineer or incorporated engineer, which helps to boost career opportunities. You understand it? If you pass chartered engineering or you incorporate engineering, you will get a better job. Okay. For more information of the training needed for this, how to become a chartered engineer, how to become an incorporated engineer, you have to go for consultancy with the Engineering Council, Institute of Chemical Engineer. They will guide you. And master's degree you can go for PhD, postgraduate studies in the area of design and scientific management. You can go for postgraduate study in the area of design and science or management. You can, management is the best in my opinion as on today. Master's degree, MBA in management is the most lucrative job nowadays for the every line. What the chemical engineers graduate do after passing, what they do? Employed. 69% is employed. Then baki kya karta hai? Baki further study 12.5, working and study, working and studying. Mane something working, something study, like that. 6.3. Unemployed 6.5. Others means consultancy, all this type of thing. Employed, unemployed 6.5. Why they are unemployed? They don't want to do the job. They don't have any knowledge. They have not started properly. They have got failed in the college. Nobody is taking them. That is, I mean, here it is written. 2/5 of the chemical engineering graduates are working in engineering professional 6 months after graduation. Understand this word. Of these, 22% are working as production and process engineer. So production and process engineer 22%. So you are employed 69% further study. Don't be unemployed category. Huh? This is means you are having no knowledge. That is the main reason you are unemployed. Come on, next slide. Ten reasons to be chemical engineer. There are 10 reasons to be chemical engineer. See, chemical engineers, it is, see, your salary, your everything is very much attractive. So 10 reasons is one of the main reason. Your salary is very high and lucrative. If you can see this figure, you will be happy. Okay, next slide, sir. So here it is, top 4 chemical engineering: biotechnology, chemical, petroleum, and food. Here it is written, US chemical shipment, employment of chemical manufacturing. You can see employees and then average hour wages. You see the wages. You see the wages and average working hour. And then revenue earned by top companies. It is a big companies, of course. DuPont is American company. These are the mostly American company, Dow and all these things. Okay. So why you want to be chemical engineer? Understand na? Acha, chalo. Challenging of the chemical engineers in the industry. What is the challenge? What is the challenge? Increasing sensitivity towards pollution. In the industry, you are being taken for the production engineering as well as to control pollution. Need to improve energy efficiency. Many processes are energy sensitive. Energy, save, improve energy efficiency. Energy should be, when energy efficiency should be higher. Less energy consumption should be there. Understanding new chemicals which are being developed with respect to their safety, stability, production process. You have to have latest market information, technological information which are developed for the safety purpose, stability and production process. Very high scale of operation, big plant. Its operation is very high. I have steel plant and all these things. Energy saving, repeatedly is the word is coming. Energy saving. Innovative ideas that help the mankind. You have to have innovative idea. नया नया सोच विचार, नया नया सोचने का, नया कुछ करने का. Polyester sector are waiting for you. I am from the polyester. Yes, every year polyester industries are coming and coming. It will come because cotton is limited production in the world or earth. So polyester yarns are coming for the people's cloth. So polyester industries are waiting for you. So 10 characteristics of successful engineer. Here is one point. And next slide, sir. Here it is a thing. Teamwork. You are a team player. You are a continuous learner. You must have a creativity. You must have the knowledge of problem solving. You must have the analytical ability and communication skill. Understand everything? Logical thinking. Logical thinking means सोचिए, अच्छा से सोचिए, सोच समझकर बोलिए. उर्दू लॉजिकल थिंकिंग, उल्टा पलटा सोचने का नहीं. And attention to detail. For being successful engineer, attention for everything they put attention. Mathematical ability. Successful mathematical means this much wastage is there, how it is there. If I would have controlled, then I would have saved this much. That is the mathematical ability. Then leadership. You must have a proper leadership. You must have a leadership quality. So the successful engineer should be these 10 characteristics. You have to be successful engineer. For every subject, I can detail discuss with you. Now, if I can go to your college, I can describe you. Acha. Now come to personal interview. You are facing interview. Okay. Interview tips. Match your response with job. Before going to any industry, first, you understand what is the job requirement of that industry, what they want, what they expect from you, and whether you are fit to satisfy their need, whether you are fit to satisfy their need. If you don't know, then don't go. What the company is manufacturing, you are going to petroleum and you don't know anything of petroleum industry, then don't go. Then every company will ask you, tell about yourself. You have to know about you, what motivates you, why you have come this company, why you are motivated to come this company, what much you know, you should able to tell. Describe the type of work week. Acha. Then what is your greatest strength? You have to have a, what is your greatest strength? Every boy will say, I can work very hard, but I know nobody works hard today. Nobody works hard today. Everybody say I am working very hard. Nobody is working hard. So you have to hard working man. Hard working doesn't mean that आप 8 घंटा काम किया तो हमने बहुत काम कर दिया. It is not hard working. Hard working means working with ability, working with result, working with analysis. That is hard working. Simply sitting idle for 8 hours और हमने बहुत काम कर लिया. This is not the strength. Okay. Next slide, sir. Get ready for GATE. Prepare project work that attracts the interviewers. Yes. Whatever project work you have done in the 7th or 8th semester, it should be attractable to the interviewer. You should be able to explain what project you have done. They will ask you what you have done, what is your contribution in the project. If you're in a group, are you a group leader? Then as a group leader, what is your contribution? If you're a member, then what you have contributed, everything you should be ready to reply. Keep updated with latest knowledge, general knowledge and happening. Every industry, the big industries will tell you, please say something for last 4 days important news. For say today is 6th of March. For last 2-3 days, what exactly happened for India or world, 3-4 important things, events you tell. And you can tell when you are reading the newspaper every day. Have a nice resume. Resume should be presentable. Then only you can be attracted. Next slide, sir. Next slide. Acha. Here is the point. Have a sound knowledge of your subject. Your knowledge, whatever subject you are going to interview, you have to first very good knowledge. Otherwise, don't go. And knowledge can be gained proper attending the classes. Don't bunking the classes. Attending the classes, attend the classes, listen the lecture of the professors, what they say. And if you cannot understand, ask him, read the books properly, knowledge of organization. Whenever you are going for any organization, have the knowledge. For suppose you are going to Reliance. So you have to, Reliance will ask, how much you know about the Reliance? What is the product range? How much they produce per day? What is the POI? What do you mean by POY, partially oriented yarn? What does the mean by partially oriented yarn? What it means, they may ask you. Whenever you go to any industry, you go to a cement factory, they will ask you, cement, for what cement is applicable? How much its chemicals are required in a cement factory? SWOT analysis, you understand SWOT? SWOT, S for your strength, W for your weakness, O for your opportunities, T for threat. So you have to understand your strength, you should know. Weakness. Weakness does not mean that, sir, if somebody scold me, I get very offended. It is not a weakness. It is a very common weakness. Okay. So know about yourself. You should know who are you, how much you can work. You should know about yourself. Good communication skill. You must speak very nicely. Good communication. Whatever language you speak, English, Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, but whatever you speak perfectly in Hindi. सोच समझ कर बोलो. To the point बात करो. Communication सोच समझ के बात करो. That is a good communication skill. Please go for next slide. Common misconception about chemical engineer. आदमी कुछ पब्लिक केमिकल इंजीनियर को गलत समझता है. क्या गलत समझता है? There are plenty of stereotypes about chemical engineering profession that simply aren't true. So many people thinking so many things, but it is not the true. The majority of the chemical engineers are male. Yes, it is a fact. Most of the chemical engineers are male, but actually about 1 in 4 chemical engineers entering the profession in the UK are female. 28% in the UK are female. Total engineering industry, the female is 34%. Now it is more. Somewhere it is mostly their female are in dominating some industry, in say computer engineering and so many people. However, work is still needed to improve not only the proportion of the women in chemical engineering, but also improve other areas of diversity, equality and inclusion such as disability, ethnically and religion. However, this point I am not very discussing, but it is improved. You have to improve and let the ladies, if you are listening to me, don't worry, chemical engineers are taken in the industry and the different plant, but in safe place female are working. You need for the environmental control in the polymer plant, in the Reliance I have worked, here the lot of females are taking polymer scientists. They are doing in R&D work. They are developing so many things. So females are taking a lot of things. Female not coming because they are not, they don't know about the industry. That is why they are not coming. Market size of chemical industry. See the market size. How much you see the market size? It is Market size of chemical engineer in India stood $180 billion in the 2019. Okay. To production of total measured chemical and petrochemical 2019-20 up this figure is 13,871,000 metric ton. Can you understand the growth of chemicals in the India? Alkali chemicals account for 71% total production. This figure, can you understand? Huge production of the chemicals are in the India and the world. How many it is coming out? So your jobs is plenty. So that is why I'm telling you figure. You just know the figure. You see the figure. It is Government of India's figure. It is, we are collecting to tell you that this is the figure you should know. Okay. So next slide. The petrochemical demand is expected to grow 77.5% or polymer demand growing 8%. Every year it is demand is increasing. Agrochemical market India expected to grow 8%. Agrochemical. Specialty chemical continue 18% of the total chemical and petrochemical market. Specialty chemical, lots of specialty chemicals are coming. So demand for specialty chemicals, the demand for specialty chemical is expected to grow 12%. So it is growing. Why you are worrying? Next slide, sir. Some of the main segment and their progress statistics are below. Inorganic chemical, drugs and pharmaceuticals is the most drug and pharmaceutical you see. Here it is a 9%. Inorganic is 9%. And drugs and chemicals are 8 to 9% growth. You see, every industry is growing and growth. So jobs are plenty. You have to study properly. First, you have to choose which industry is to go. You have to choose which industry you want to enter. Accordingly, you study, take the in-plant training and do the project work and then go. Like that. Okay. So next slide. Agrochemical, dyes and paint and petrochemical. See, agrochemical is 10% growth. Dyes and paints 12%. Petrochemical is 15%. So everywhere is so growth. Petrochemical is 15% growth. Acha. Growth tends to different sections of the chemical in India. One can easily place the industry among major contributor towards overall growth. The country's economy is by and large depending on the growth of chemical engineering. So country's GDP, that gross domestic product, it is growing because of this type of Indian economy growth. Improve the sales network of the Indian chemical, the manufacturing and supply need to rely upon online B2B network. The B2B direction are the place where the small and medium-sized chemical manufacturing enterprises can gain. So it is increasing their chemical engineering growth. It is helping the Indians economy. GDP is helping. Come. Chemical industry is among the most, the conclusion last. Chemical industry is among the most diversified industrial sector and includes basic chemicals and its product, petrochemical, fertilizer, paints, gases, pharmaceutical and dyes. The sector cover, here please listen, sector cover 70,000 commercial product and provides the feedstock to many downstream industries such as finished drug, dyestuff, paper, synthetic rubber, plastic, polyester, paint, pesticides, fertilizer, and detergent. The industry has 14% weightage in the overall index of industrial production. Please remember this word. Industry has 14% weightage in the overall index of industrial production, which gives the indication of the importance in the country's industrial growth. If you go for industry and if you are asked to say something of chemical industry, you should know this figure. You say, sir, I am proud to be a chemical engineer. This chemical engineer is contributing this much. So every product is growing 20%, 15%, 10%. Remember this figure or note down the figure. Conclusion next. Next slide, sir. A robust chemical industry ushers in many economic and strategic benefit for the nation. On March 31, 2019, the size of Indian chemical industry was estimated $35 billion and 3% of Indian GDP. India's GDP is today 7.5%, would be, it was before Corona, it was 7.5%, and your chemical is giving 3% GDP, gross domestic product. The Indian chemical sector accounts for 13 to 14% of total export and 8 to 9% of total imports of India. So export, you are 13 to 14%. You are earning so many revenue. In terms of volume of production, in the 12 largest in the world and the 3rd largest Asia, currently the per capita consumption of product of the Indian chemical industry is 1/10 of the world average, which reflects the huge potential for further growth. So further growth is there, So it is coming out, conclusion is there. This issue like inadequate technologies, skill labor, environmental norm, and need to be innovative remain on threat to the industry. Yes, here we are getting shortage of skill labor. It is a good subject. We have to improve the skill labor, environmental norm. See, chemical engineers, you are going to the industry, you have to improve the environmental norm. Analytical skill, you must have an analytical skill, creativity, ingenuity, interpersonal skill, math skill, problem solving skill, and are the requirements of the chemical engineer. See, only 9.3% engineers are unemployed. In that figure, it was 6% unemployed. Here, 9.3% unemployed, because that figure, actually when I wrote that was, and this is latest figure, 9.3 unemployed because of Corona. This is the latest figure. Otherwise, 6% unemployed. That is because of their own lacuna. I have told you. It is, don't blame anybody. It is you don't have knowledge, so you are not getting the job. Employment of chemical engineer projected to grow 6% over next 10 years. So it is growing as fast as the average for all occupants. Demand for chemical engineer service depend largely on demand for the product of various manufacturing industries. So manufacturing industries are running, industries are working, it is there, and you are essential for everyone. Your job is increasing 6% in a year. So I think conclusion is over. No more slide now. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So we have to go for.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I cannot see actually how to. I have to see.
What do you want?
I have to. I cannot see Mr. Palkar. How to?
So 1 minute. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So we have a few questions here from the student.
Yeah. Please tell me. I'll glad to answer.
Okay. So there is a comment from Abiba. So before that, can we have kind of? Okay, fine. We have it. Okay, there are many students. They are here they are international students and they enjoyed it. So I take one comment quickly from the Abiba, one of our students from 2nd year. She says that it was a very interesting and informative presentation. Thank you, sir. So my job, she started with thanking you. Okay. Other than that, there are so many questions here. So if you have questions, students, if you want to discuss with the sir directly, you can raise your hand. Till that time, I would like to invite Dhananjay sir to highlight a few points like a kind of resume building and the self-motivation, because sir is also a motivator for me to carry out different processes in terms of teaching and learning. So please, Dhananjay sir, a few words. So please, Anand.
Yeah. All right. So thank you very much. What a passionate Dr. Basu. I see your passion in the subject which you bring to the audience today. So I was thinking if you could have been on campus, we could have had a cup of tea together.
Sure, sir.
But this pandemic has taken away. But one day definitely we would like to have you.
Yes, sir.
on campus.
Yes, sir.
The other thing, talking about the entire the skill sets, the requirement, which is very well and very in detail presented. If I can talk about the interview skills, which were the last couple of slides, and just to add more points in order to what Dr. Basu was mentioning. The other day, I was listening to a very successful football team coach, and the international students are also there. He made one statement which I want to quote. He said, in soccer or football, your action when you do not have the ball is more important than when you have the ball. Unquote. So he says that in football matches, your action when you do not have the ball is more important than when you have a ball in your hand. And I could see the same thing for the interview. It is your action when you are due for the interview, when you are preparing for the interview, that is more important than when you are inside the interview room.
Right.
So
Good. Right, sir. Right, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I just wanted to connect both, and I say that interviews are actually nothing but sports. I had one
correct.
sticky
Right,
note
sir.
in my hand.
Very right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very right,
So,
sir. Very right.
because it has a lot of similarities among each other.
Right,
And
sir.
the students need to work on the fundamentals, very basic fundamentals, and that is practice, 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 and practice.
Practice. Right, sir.
And he was mentioning, the coach mentioned that I tell to my participants, don't come out of the practice session unless you have touched 1,000 times the ball.
Right, sir.
Then only you tell me, otherwise your practice session is failed.
Right,
So
sir.
my submission to the young audience today would be, please practice the stuff which you need and the stuff which you are not good at. Practice it at least 1,000 times and break it into the pieces. Maybe your very opening, your greeting, the way you greet your interviewer, that has to be practiced. There should be a professionalism, there should be a style, your X factor, your uniqueness. So I don't know how many of this young audience practice today for how many hours for these fundamentals. And the coach says that every session I ask my players to practice for 2 to 3 hours. And if that much practice we give to the basics about the stuff which I need to present and the stuff I'm not good at, I think the war can be won very easily. So that is my addition to what Dr. Basu was mentioning. Have a practice and put yourself, your hand on the heart and ask yourself, have you enough practiced the skill sets which you are not good at, the stuff which you need to present? And then the answer comes naturally from your side itself. Nobody else is required to give you an answer for your question.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
So that would be my addition to your talk, Dr. Basu.
Right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very good suggestion, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Dhananjay sir. Thank you, Dhananjay sir.
Welcome, sir.
So here I can see a few questions. We have a question from our student Tefra. He says, first, thank for this talk, for presentation and motivating us. How the international students get work experience while learning are currently. Second, what is your advice to acquire a good knowledge for the concept from chemical engineer courses? Third, what is the difference mechanical engineer and chemical engineer in plant design and requirement design? Equipment design, and also food engineering in processing of food. So he's the student from Ethiopia. So the question I'm just putting to everyone, so you can read this, sir. So question is to everyone now. So Basu sir, you can add this. We have.
Yeah, I am reading it. I'm reading it. See, shall I tell something?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Please proceed.
Actually speaking, in the plant, mechanical means mechanical engineers, basically they are taken for maintenance. And say steel plant I'm talking of, there it is a metallurgist are there. In the cement plant, mechanical engineers are planning, they are structure, they are looking after, but process is planning how much content of the chemical formulation, it will be done by the chemical engineer. If the breakdown comes, it is the duty of the mechanical engineer to go, and if the production is concerned, chemical engineers will go. That is the difference between the chemical and mechanical in the plant. Okay, so any plant, mechanical, electrical people are taking to run the mill, but the formulation, production, planning, production step by step, it is done by the concerned chemical engineers in the chemical plants. I hope it is clear to you. So mechanicals and chemicals, there are the differences. Okay, now the career is option. From the very beginning, I have told that from the second year, third year onwards, you have to think which line I should choose. Shall I go for petroleum industry? Shall I go for polyester industry? Shall I go for fertilizer industry? Shall I go for heavy chemical? Shall I go for heavy engineering or thermal power? Accordingly, you get prepare yourself. You take training, you go for industrial visit accordingly, and then you build your career. Whatever you want to do within 7 semesters. 8 semester to 7 semester is the final preparation of everything. Then you apply, you and get the job. This is my suggestion. There are a lot of branches in chemical engineering. So you get preparation from the after 4th semester itself. You start thinking which line you want to go. What is your choice? Do not jumbling up everything. This also I want to go, that also I want to go. This also no. You first think where is your interest, where you can contribute, where you can come up. What is your idea? How much you knowledge you have? Say if you say, sir, I want to go to petroleum industry. Why? Because that is a handsome salary. Okay, choose it. Accordingly, you prepare all the petroleum product, petroleum formulation, petroleum industries, their contribution, everything you study. Visit petroleum industries, take training in the petroleum industries, and prepare yourself. Do a good project work in the petroleum industries, and then you get a good petroleum engineer. If you want to go to become a polymer scientist, you start right from 4th semester. You become a polymer scientist, you go to a continuous polymerization, Reliance and big company, you take training there, you visit there, we will arrange your visit, you take training, you contribute there. But that, like this way you grow yourself. I hope this is the way you can think of.
Yes, Tefera, I think this is the answer and the elaborative answer from the sir. If you have some additions, Tefera, you can write in the chat box. I will ask you, sir. And now the chat box is open to everyone. Chat box is open to everyone. You can write your questions directly, which will be visible to our expert of panels. So, sir, the next question, which is in our chat box, is now from Mullo Alim, 4th semester student. So, the first question is it possible for chemical engineers to go work in biochemical engineering, nuclear engineering, as they will be graduating BTech or after they specialize MTech in these fields?
Your question is just tell me again. Very interesting question.
So actually that is okay. Is it possible for chemical engineers to go work in biochemical engineering?
Yes, why not?
Or nuclear engineering?
Why not? I have told, yes, you can go for biochemical. You can go for pharmaceutical. You can go for biochemical. You choice. I have told you just now, after 4th semester, you choice. What is your choice? Yes, you can go. And biochemical is good. Everything is good. Biochemical, if you like, go, choice, prepare yourself, take training, go like that.
And so there is one more question. Yes, I think Mulalam, you got the answer for your question. Please let me know in my chat box. Okay. Yeah, there is one more question from our student, 8th semester student Prince. So please suggest about the entrepreneur, like in present or future entrepreneurship.
If you want to go entrepreneurship, I have told you that if you want to entrepreneurship, start a consulting firm. Number one, in the consulting, a lot of firms are asking chemical engineer to give the consultancy in the how to control environment. Suppose I have got a small factory, I cannot provide a full-time chemical engineer, so I will call you, invite you as a control the environment, all these things. Number one. Number two, entrepreneurship means you can start a small factory with a chemical manufacturing, paint and varnish, painting factory. It is a very lucrative business today. Painting, building painting, all the anti-corrosion, everything you can take contract. Lots of small factories are there. Say fan manufacturing, lots of there. They are asking for the painting companies to anti-corrosion. So you can start very good entrepreneurship, no problem. And finance is not a problem. There are loans you can get. Because you're a degree holder, you can get loan, and it is a very profit business, that painting business. You can go.
Yeah, I think there are no more questions. Okay, Prince, that I think that question I can answer you, because we have SSIP sales, so there we have a lot of options for financial decisions and all these things. Okay. Okay, Prince. So I think we will have a discussion on this. Okay, thank you, Prince. So any other questions? I don't think so there is any question in the chat box. So as I used to do in my classes, I used to ask the students what you understood. Can you summarize? So initially I requested some students to be ready with that. So is anyone is there? Shubha? Can you? Shubha, are you there? Can you raise your hand if you are there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you summarize the whatever sir has said or what you understood, just for the information of the audience?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
First of all, I would like to thank our honorable speaker, Dr. Basu, for this very much informative session. And according to the session, I have noted down, or I would like to summarize the 8 points which were very much good. So from starting from the session to ending of the session, sir gave an overall information about the chemical engineering and its scopes. Now I would like to move on to the second point. Sir, first of all, talked about everything which can be done in chemical engineering and what can be done after chemical engineering. And the third point which I would like to say is, sir mainly focused on how to attend an interview and how to tackle the most commonly asked questions there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shubha. So this is a short summary, short but the sweet summary, sir. Basu sir, I hope you like it. What the student understood.
I am very much liking. Yeah, very good.
Because here, with the collaboration of our L&D department, we have this practice that whenever we are having the classes, we are asking the students what you understood. Please let us know. So thank you to the L&D department, to all these resources here in the Marwadi University. And, even here you can see one comment which I had received. It is from one of our students, from PG student, Mr. Deepak. Recently he joined our university. He is from Nepal. He was working there in Nepal, and he moved to Marwadi University to pursue his dream of higher studies, as you have mentioned. So welcome Deepak here in India, especially in the Faculty of Technology, Marwadi University. I hope you have enjoyed the session, Deepak, and others as well. So I think with the due permission of all the panelists, Dhananjay sir and Vivekanand sir, shall we wind up the session?
Yeah, I can see one question which is from Deepak Singh, which I would like Dr. Basu to answer.
Okay.
He says that most people get confused and can't distinguish between the working role of a chemist, BSc chemistry, and chemical engineer. For instance, in Nepal, BSc chemistry are acquiring the jobs of chemical engineer, and companies don't show any interest in chemical engineers. Would you please put some light on this?
I will answer in this way, that Mr. Deepak Singh is not understanding the properly. See, BSc chemistry, MSc chemistry are doing absolutely the laboratory job, pH value and titration, all these things. But the chemical engineers are formulating what percentage of chemical should be there, and they will follow what the engineers are telling. BSc, MSc people will follow. That is the thing. They will not do any new structure formulation. It will be done by the chemical engineer. So there is a difference. Responsibility more on the chemical engineers. BSc, MSc chemistries will just do whatever chemical engineer says. So that is, and they are doing that fundamental chemical analysis. But the main thing, what is the sulfur content, or what is the this content, all aluminum content, this content, this is will be done by the chemical engineers only. He will direct him, do this, do that, then only they will follow. That is the chemical engineers are the bosses of the BSc and MSc chemistry. Chemical engineers are boss of them. I hope it is clear. They are the senior people. Chemical engineer will not do any analysis. They will do analysis, but it's the highest type of analysis. Highest type. That is the main thing in the
So
industry.
Deepak, you need to keep your head high. You need to keep your self-esteem high and educate others about what chemical engineers are and what chemists are.
Yeah, that is the thing. That is the thing.
Yes, sir. Here we can go with the point which is discussed by Dr. Basu, that there are misconceptions related to the chemical engineering. How we can educate the people related to our industry.
How we can educate the?
Let's say that is my point, sir. I'm putting my point that how the chemical engineers will put their point, how the chemical engineers are, let's say, best, how they are growing, how we are going for best from the West, how we are saving the environment. That we have to convey to the people, to the outside world.
Yes.
That is very, very important.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope Deepak, you got the answer, and I really appreciate your efforts because Deepak was working there in Nepal. Recently, he left his job in the Nepal and he came here. So I would like to tell you, sir, in our Marwadi University, we have students all across the world. If I'm not wrong, more than 26 countries. Dhananjay, sir, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it is 32 countries. We have students from 32 different countries in the world, and hosting them and making them learn. And then any student who is studying here can claim tomorrow that I have my friends in 32 different countries in the world, provided they can make the friendship and use this opportunity.
Excellent, 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 excellent.
And I would really appreciate this webinar, like though it is national for us, but there are students from different countries like Nepal, Ethiopia, and other African countries. So I would say this is a kind of international seminar webinar today.
Yes, definitely.
So thank you very much, Basu sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So on one more point, I would like to share here to all the participants, those who are here. As sir has completed his BTech in 1971, he is the person who completed his PhD philosophy in 2016. So you please see how much devotion, dedication he has at this age as well. So that is what he shared the knowledge. So whatever from 1971 to 2016 and up to 2021, the knowledge he gained, he shared with us today. So wholeheartedly from Department of Chemical Engineering, Faculty of Technology, Marwadi University, Rajkot, and the whole the Marwadi family, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, sir. I know you are quite busy, but here you came here for us and enlighten the students' life, I can say. And I feel this is the kind of lamp for them which they will keep along with them throughout their career. So thank you very much, Dr. Basu, for your words, your time, everything. So with the kind permission of the panelists, we are going to end today's session. Thank you everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you very much everyone for this session. I hope you will take your care in this pandemic situation. You will be abide by all the rules and regulations given by Ministry of Home Affairs here in the Government of India as well as Government of Maharashtra, Gujarat, all the states. So yes, that's it from this webinar. Stay safe, stay happy, stay learning. Thank you everyone, and bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Shall I making bye? Okay. Bye.
Yeah, sure.